Alright, so here we go. I guess the stars are like a new thing or something. I don't know. I didn't see them till like, I don't know, probably 3 lives ago.
Is this so? Yeah. My fingers are all sticky from dyeing Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Be watching for when Tim wants to join in.
Hey, Mr. Severance. For when Tim wants to join. And that's just that one right there, right?
I don't know. You'll see a number.
Okay. Or that red thing pop up.
That should be it.
Alright. So, got a couple people in. So if you watched the live where Tim tied the, I can't remember what they named it, but it's a fly that Tyler and I worked on together. It's just a weedless fly, snakehead, pickerel, bass, has a rattle. They tied it, or the original one was with these Pat Cohen paddle tails. So those are great and everything. I love them. They swim great on this fly, but I played around with it a little bit more, and an actual like kind of harness rig kind of deal that I saw from Gunnar Brammer and Paul Monahan. Gunnar's up in Michigan, Paul Monahan, he's over in the UK, but it's a kind of like an inline weedless rig and harness that you can put flash tails on. You can put what are these called? Wave tails. I forgot the name.
I don't know what they're called.
I mean, the list goes on, but say a tail gets messed up, you can put a new one in, whatever. But it's just a same fly, totally different rig. I mean, the fly really only is the head, and your most of your time's going to be spent tying the back end and the hidden section here. But just a super cool, lightweight streamer pattern. I don't know. I didn't see Tim join or anything, so.
Well, go ahead and can you do the spiel of hit the love button, hit share.
Hey, Mr. Billings.
While I do this.
The what?
Make sure everybody's hitting the love button.
If you heard last time or you were watching last time, then you know what I'm about to say. We would like it if you could, what was it? Not hit like, but like hit the love button.
The love, the heart.
That just helps get this live feed more exposure from the Facebook's
to get us around Facebook's algorithm.
And if you share the live, then what are they giving away? We don't even know. Never know.
If Tim's not tying, then it's normally the neck gaiter and stripping guards.
Okay. If you share this live while I'm live tying, not afterwards, you'll be entered to win a Nor-vise neck gaiter and stripping guard. Believe they'll be giving them a set of each away every 50 shares.
Correct.
Once you get to 100 shares, then you give them away 2 sets.
Look at you learning all my lines.
Hey, Mr. Robinson. Hey, Miss Nor. All right.
Well, we're waiting on Tim to try to get on.
Yeah.
But he's also in. Where are they?
PA and Ohio.
Ohio fishing. I'm gonna straighten this up just a tad. Justin Lovell says he likes your hoodie. They're going to be for sale. If anybody who is watching the live wants a Nor-vise hoodie, put in there, just typing in the comment hoodie. That way I can get a count. We have to order a certain number at a time. So until we've got that number, we're not placing any orders.
Hey, Mr. Williams.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what Tim's...
All right.
What he's doing. What's up, Mr. Kendrick?
Hey, look, you're watching. Oh, look, that's because we don't have it clicked for guest request.
He was probably texting you like, come on.
He's probably freaked out. I don't even see him on here.
Well, it cuts off on the list at a certain point.
Okay, Tim, if you're on, You should be able to ask to join in now.
But,
How much will they be selling? Oh, come on, Patrick. You were up there with them this weekend.
yeah, you were fishing with them, what, yesterday?
Oh, gosh, what did he say? I want to say with this material,
They
because
were more
it's that
expensive. They're like that stretchy kind of
Sport Tech, fleece lined, not as bulky but still warm sweatshirt. I want to say those are going to be about $65 for this material. Okay, I'm going to text Tim from your phone before we lose everybody.
Yeah, or call them. But like you can see there, it's just I've been using fluorocarbon, just heavy fluorocarbon. It was designed to use monofilament like straights, where you cut the monofilament, take apart like a Bic pen, and you.
We didn't talk hoodies.
And
We still had no hoodies.
And then you put the monofilament pieces into the pen, boil them, then they are they just stay straight, called mono straights, and that just makes it easier to tie this. But I've just been using heavy fluorocarbon. I haven't had any issues with it, but it's a pretty cool system. I've had a lot of fun playing around with it. It's very durable, and yeah.
All right, we're having a little issue here. We're working on it.
Tim, it is not GI. I'm not sure what that means.
It's not giving him the option. Well, I can't find him, so he's on.
Maybe here, let me see. Let's see. Request it.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, but I don't see him.
Tell him to maybe get off. And
Oh, Grandma. Grandma Newsbom's on.
Hey, Grandma. Tell him to get off and probably get back on. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Use Tyler's phone. I don't know.
What's this?
Dropping like fly.
Ways to go. Okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, well, start tying until we can get Tim in and figured out, because
All right, so
it's Saturday night. Everybody don't want to sit around watching you.
Yeah. All right, so what I'm gonna do first is this kind of tail that we have here that's tied on the shank, and then you've got another kind of twist on piece there. I'm gonna tie the tail on, and then we'll go from there.
We're having technical problems. What?
So when you add guests and live pilot, and guest viewers may see us. It's fine.
Update your app to fix the issue. I didn't know there was a. Well, it doesn't look like Tim's going to be able to get on.
So what I have here in the vise right now is a Flyman Fishing Company's Game Changer tail shank. So start my thread on it. This is a very simple part, but
I just got a notification on
the tail is actually a
to have anybody join in live.
Palo Pacchiari wave tail, or kind of like a twin tail wave tail. But that has been the tail that I've been using for it. Also like a Pat Cohen tail. But I'm gonna trim this up a little bit just so it's not super long. It's been a cool little tail for it.
Came up and said that there are difficulties and I needed to update the app before anybody can join.
Yeah, but trimming it down just makes it so you don't have a super long fly.
Like I can see people, but I can't
kind
see
of don't
you.
want to make it super wonky looking.
Let's see.
So I'm going to tie that down just straight on top, because this tail is gonna.
Okay, I just tried to add you.
That tail is gonna lay flat. It's gonna be more of like a flapping tail, where if I took it, laid it on its side like this on one of the sides of the shanks, that'll make it so it's more of like a swimming tail, or like a flashing tail, I guess.
Okay, let's you and I hang up so
But-
you can try to get on.
Yeah.
Bye.
These tails swim really good on this fly, and they are durable, like I said, and say if one gets tore up, messed up, or the flashlight.
Oh, yeah, buddy. There we go.
Car.
Hold
All
it
right.
back from your face.
I'm moving it back on my face. Can you hear me?
Give it to Tyler to hold.
Give it to Tyler to hold. He just got out of the shower.
Oh, nope. We don't want to see that.
Yeah. All right. So can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Well, if we can hear you, everybody should be able to hear you. You should be good to go.
All right, guys. So Tyler and I, along with a couple other friends, are out in Ohio chasing steelhead. And we hopped on live here tonight because there was an issue with the voting of the final round of the March Madness contest. And I want to explain to everybody what happened. I want to take about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes max. And we're going to tell you how we're going to move forward. And then I'm going to hop off and Braden's going to tie his fly. Okay, so here's what happened.
We'll just start back from the beginning.
One of the competitors, Terry Landry, his votes increased dramatically over a short period of time last night and into this morning. And it is important for everybody out there to know, and please everybody hear me when I say this, the very first person that contacted me about this, we were out on the river today, and about 11 o'clock, my phone started blowing up like you have never had a phone blow up before. The first person to contact me was Terry Landry, and he's the one that this issue is going on with his votes. And the message that he sent me was, Tim, something strange is happening with the votes. It looks like I have what we call bot votes, which are robots automatedly clicking likes on a photo. He said it looks like somehow there have been bot votes on my picture. I did not do it, and I want to withdraw myself from the competition immediately because I do not want people to think that I have cheated. Okay? He was the first person to contact me, and he wanted to withdraw, and I did not want that to happen. We have worked entirely too hard on this. We have put too many man hours in and too much time and too much blood, sweat, and tears to not have a proper competition. There have been some less than favorable comments put up on the post. Things about, are you finally getting clued in and things like that. I'm going to tell you right now, that stuff needs to stop, and it needs to stop right now. I'm not going to entertain that. Those comments are going to be deleted. There is an issue. We have identified the issue, and we're going to move forward from that. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. There will be, we will post this up on the Nor-vise page. We have a separate March Madness Facebook page. It is a private page, and it was for all of the competitors. It was a way for us to communicate. There will be a winner of the March Madness contest. And what we're going to do, we are going to, and there will be instructions on this, we are going to post the two pictures in the March Madness private Facebook page. Terry and Jock will not be allowed to vote. The other 62 people that were in the contest will have an opportunity to vote on the two flies. They will determine who the winner is. Okay? There's a special way that we're going to do this voting. The general public is not going to be able to see it. We will see it. We will monitor it. We will know that everything is legit and it's on the up and up. And we're still working on time frames as to when this is going to happen. I like to think that we're going to be able to announce the champion by mid to the end of next week. Just bear with us. Like I said, there's an issue. We've identified the issue. We're fixing it, and we're going to move forward. So we have taken the voting down on the Norvise page. It is going to be done in the Norvise March Madness page. It will be voted on by the other 62 competitors that were in the contest, And when we have the winner, we will announce it. Okay. If you have any questions, you please do not use this live as your avenue for the questions. You can send your questions directly to me, Tim at nor-vise.com. So it's TIM at nor-vise.com. Okay, Casey, unless you have anything else or any, I'm going to hop off of here. We're going to go get dinner, and Braden's going to tie his fly.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so guys, that's what's going on.
Wait, what was there something we wanted to? Oh, I know. Somebody did ask before you go. What is the largest size set up? Does the Norvise, the March Madness sweatshirt come in? Do you know?
I believe we can get them.
We're not going to have enough to do the order.
It depends. The first thing it's going to depend on is if we have enough to do the order.
Well, that's what we're working on.
Yeah, we need a certain amount, and I believe that we can get them in 3XL.
Okay. I have everybody, you were trying to get on, but everybody who would like a sweatshirt is putting it in the comments, their size, and just hoodie in their size, so we can get a good count again.
That one that Braden has on the March Madness, that material, which I do like. I didn't think I would like it, but I do like it much better than the other one. They're going to be about $65. When you get up into 2 and 3X, it's going to be a little more, but that's about what we're looking at. So if you guys want them, we can start taking pre-orders, and if we get enough orders for it, we'll do the order and we'll send them out.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, thank you. You're the best.
All right. Y'all have fun.
Have you calmed down now? Because you were a little wound up there a second ago.
Well, once the daggone phone told me I had to update my app, it's not like we can't update an app in the middle of live.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's how we're going to handle this issue with the Nor-vise thing. Terry was the first one to contact me. He wanted to disqualify himself. I did not want that to happen. I've dealt with Terry enough personally and business-wise to know that he is a straight shooter, and I know that he would never do something like this. That's why we are choosing to continue with it the way that we are now. So I'm going to hop off here. Thank you, guys. Braden, thank you for tying a fly. Casey, thank you for all you do. And I'm starving, so we're going to go eat. All right, guys.
Cool.
Oh, and Braden, just so you know, we smoked them today. I'm just going to leave you with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I heard yesterday
if I could figure out how to end him, I would,
but
I don't know how.
Bo landed a dozen steelhead today.
That's awesome.
And he's got a legitimate 28-inch chrome hen. So I'm going to leave you with that.
The sheriff is on. Let's see if the sheriff, he'll probably pop up with how many they caught today, too, eventually.
Yeah, I know. I saw him pop on. So, all right, get to time. I'm going to hop off. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
All right.
See y'all.
Okay, so I would go put your original fly back up for anybody who's new.
Oh, we lost 80 people.
I know. Put it back up. Okay, while Braden's putting this fly up so everybody can see, just remember to hit the love button. We really need the heart. It helps go around Facebook's algorithm. Make sure you share it. We're at 83 shares, so I will be picking one winner. Every 50 winners, I will pick another one for a Norvise net gator and stripping guards.
There we go. All right. I'm going to tie this. So this is if you saw Tim tie that weedless swim bait rig fly, can't remember
Wasn't long
what
after,
they
it was
named
kind of
it.
after Christmas, I think he did it.
Yeah, it was just after Christmas. I can't remember what he named it, but it's the fly that Tyler and I worked on together, and we originally tied it with Pat Cohen's paddle tails. Swam great, looked great in the water, great on other flies, durable, and easy to use. I like tinkering with flies and messing with flies and trying new things on them. So I messed around with this fly a little bit more and ended up trying this swim bait rig from Paul Monahan over in the UK. And I also saw and watched Gunnar Brammer tie it on YouTube and decided to play around with it. But it's a super cool kind of weedless rig, harness on your fly, very durable, and say a rattle breaks on the fly, I can pull everything out of the way. I can tie a new one in. Tail gets ripped up, I can put a new tail in, whatever it might be. So it's a really cool fly, really cool system. Weedless, and is a great pattern for anything really that's going to want to eat a bait fish. Yeah. So-
I'm gonna kill a kid.
So yeah, that's right, snakehead. I'm gonna try soon. So
Soon as in
a couple days.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
So the tail is tied on a Flyman Fish Company tail shank. This is Paolo. I can't remember how to say his name, but the Pacchiari tails. You can find those from Nightmare Musky Flies on his website or this guy's website. But they're great tails, they're durable, and they swim awesome. They come in a bunch of colors, different options and all. So go ahead and put another tail shank in the vise and tie another tail for those that didn't see it. Jeez, you were typing away.
I'm yelling at a kid downstairs to
Alright,
stop trying to
so-
FaceTime me when you're using my phone.
Start my thread right there. Kind of fill up the body there. So can't remember what this one I just tied with is called. I want to say it's a. So that's the one I just tied with, the pink one. That's the double tail or the double wave tail is what he calls it. The single inline kind of straight pointed one, that's the regular just wave tail. But just like the last one, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna trim it up just so it's not a super long tail on the fly. Snakeheads, I imagine, would target that tail if it was super long, so I'm trying to keep it low, compact as possible. So there we go. Actually going to tie this one in on the side here. They stomping downstairs. Pop that out of the vise real quick. Make sure it's all in line and straight like I want it to be. So see right there, straight as I can get it. I'm gonna whip finish.
I'm gonna whip something in a minute.
And snip off my thread there. So now I'm gonna take this Sora's bone dry and apply that over top my thread wraps just to lock everything in and make sure nothing's gonna come undone. Finally, I threw my bone dry in the microwave for a couple seconds after not doing it for, I don't know, for a long time. So these tails, like you can see, they come in like these kind of glow colors, like this matte chartreuse, matte pink, but they also come in like the orange, get the gold, silver, it goes on and on. So the next section.
Oh, good. You just said I just came to a question. What's the tail material from earlier,
Oh yeah.
from 4 minutes ago?
So the hardest part of this fly really is the swimbait rig, and to be honest, it's pretty straightforward and simple. It's just beads and loops and so on. The head of the fly is just a single brush, and it's super quick. So what we're going to do now is we are...
Oh, you didn't zoom in.
Oh, yeah.
Just so.
So
Oh, they have so many new
it's fine. That's
new things on these at the bottom.
So I'm just using my shank jaws.
Thank you, Dee, for your reminder. Thank you for the 150 stars. I still am not 100% up with what all they do.
Some form of money. I'm not sure how you get it though.
And we're not sure how we get it, and I'm pretty sure Facebook gets most of your money,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Alright, so shank jaws. I've been using them on most everything. Hooks, shanks, everything. But just gonna come in with a thread here. Get a little thread base going, and then I forgot one thing.
You about knocked me over.
Sorry.
I had my my foot propped up on my leg, hit my knee.
Alright, so there we go. So just as kind of like a base that I've found that grips the rattle better than the thread, and so it's not just a round object like the rattle here on another round object that's wanting to roll around. Yes, you can get it to stay on just the hook shank, but this just makes it super easy. Just taking a rabbit strip here, and the Magnum rabbit strips work best. Just stripping off kind of like that fur, the actual fur from the hide, stripping that off, and then you don't need a really big section of the little bit of the hide, but like you can see there, try to find a color that matches my thread or the main flag color, but it just gives that rattle a little something to grip to right there. And then this is a 4mm glass rattle that I'm gluing down or tying down right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask this before someone else does. Do you prefer glass rattles over the plastic rattles?
Yes, just because of the sound they make over the plastic rattle, but they do break a whole lot easier. But one of the pluses of this fly is you can come back in and move all the materials out of the way and tie a new rattle in if it breaks. But that gold fly, the actual fly that we're tying right now, that I showed y'all earlier, that one does have a plastic rattle on it. I mean, I use them both, but I prefer the glass rattles. This is a 2-aught Gunner Brammer soulmate hook from Arex. The rattles that I use at the 2-aughts has been either a 4mm glass rattle or a what this one is here, a small plastic rattle. I just cut that little nub off that you tie into, and like you would normally tie that rattle on. But there's that. Rattles in there, not going to go anywhere. Take this glue, kind of like Hairline's version of Sally Hansen's. There we go. And just going to go over all the thread wraps. There we go. All right, so that's glued down. I'm gonna set that over here to dry real quick. AKA, I'm just gonna set it on my light. The next part is going to be tying the actual rig. So what I'm putting in the vise right now, that is a 35mm Flyman articulated shank right there. You can vary the sizes. You can use the 20mm with the 2-aught hook. I'm using 35mm for the 2-aught hook. Actually, wait, never mind. I'm using a 20mm. My bad.
You've had all day to prepare. Come on now, kid.
I got a little mixed up.
He was cleaning, that's why.
I got 35 millimeter shank, so I got 55 millimeter.
You got every shank known to man. Go ahead and tell me.
And I can't find the 20 millimeter shanks. They're not there.
Get.
No, I have to find them to tie.
I'm going to find. Don't you mind me? You can't find jacket.
They're going to be in a blue package. Alright, so here is the 20 millimeter. I found it. It's all good. Those are all hooks that I'm using for the one fly.
Boy,
What's wrong?
zip it.
I didn't say anything. Come on. I'm trying to fit this right in the groove.
You know what I just noticed?
What?
You're not using white thread tonight.
Oh, the one time. Because we actually got more than one color now. We got pink.
You said what? Don't make me show everybody this thread over here.
That's not the thread I like to use. So there's 20 millimeter Glyman Fishing Company shank. Get the thread base going. Snip that off. Use my Nor-vise. Fill in that little gap by the eye of the shank, just so no more thread slips up in there. So one thing that you got to work around on this section is a piece of, let's see, which one is this? All right. So you use your stiffer piece of mono or fluoro, being I only have fluoro on my hand right now. That's what I've been using, but just using a heavy fluorocarbon piece. Actually, this piece I have in my hand is hard 80-pound hard mono, but I've been using 80-pound fluoro. It's a little more flexible and pliable than the mono, which is why I've been bumping up like the size. So just keep that in mind. Turn this down a little bit. So there you go. This is going to be tied out the front of the shank, laying over top of the eye of the shank. Just remember that this is what your actual rig is being tied down to the hook with, that front piece, so you want it secure. So there's that. Come in, trim that even more, like that much. All right, and so the next portion is going to be, this is a piece of 60-pound fluorocarbon. Again, it's meant to be monofilament, but let's see. Take your tail, or actually not your tail yet. So this is a I want to say they called it their tail snap or whatever. This I got the wave tails from Nightmare Musky Flies, but this is also on his website to use them. This is the tail clip that he sells on the website. This is what I've been using. This is the exact one that he has up there. So come in there. As you can see, it's just kind of a loop right there with a hook on it. If you can kind of see that right there. Not really, but
Get a little closer.
then it's just foggy and messes up. But so see, dangles there by itself. So I'm gonna take my 60-pound fluorocarbon Don't need a super big piece. Lay that onto it. So then I'm going to take I'm going to slide on a 6mm plastic bead. It's supposed to be using glass beads, but like everything else, this is just what I had. It's been working just fine. But work that to where it's supposed to be, trying to get them as even as possible there. Then how this whole system works, the beads hold the tension around the hook, and that's how it stays kind of in place. Lock my vise. I'm only going to take loose wraps right here, and then I'm gonna pull this fluorocarbon back. Again, just only taking loose wraps because I'm going to be working around with this fluorocarbon, trying to fit it to the length that I want. Make sure nothing is twisted up, like your fluorocarbon isn't all looped over itself while you're putting it through the beads and all. So I've got it, mine actually twisted right there, like so. So there we go, fixed it. And then I'm gonna come in with my hook and measure it up there. So let's see. Kind of get a judge with it from this.
Jeez Louise, it's not even like 9:45 like where I'm usually yawning. Steve Armstrong asked if you sell these. He would. I will go ahead and answer this for him.
Yeah.
He would, but currently I have to go on his website actually and take off his close his order form
For a little bit.
till he gets caught up. So we might want to check back in 2 weeks or so if I can get this kid going again.
Let's see. Just trying to fit this fluorocarbon around the shank, making sure everything's right, because once I get it, I'm going to glue it, and it's not going to be going anywhere. Alright, so pulling that a little bit forward. Then you can see there, that's kind of your rig with the loops of fluorocarbon. But pull a little bit out. But you just want to make sure that you get it right the first time.
German says, greetings from Argentina.
Why does everybody mow or blow their leaves when we start doing this?
You mean everybody? You mean your father?
Yeah, pretty much. Is it Dad?
No. It's Eduardo. It's getting dark, and Eduardo just got here to start working on the yard.
Alright, there we go.
I would just be happy if he sprayed for mosquitoes.
Sorry for taking a little bit on this section. But once you get it right, you can actually just come in with Sharpies and get a long piece and cut it to the right length so you don't have to do this. but I don't know. I just don't do it that way. So come in, cut your fluorocarbon.
Are those the ones Dad gave you?
No, those are the ones from North Carolina
North Carolina.
at the tackle shop.
Oh, the Harker store that has everything?
Mhm.
Oh man, that place is cool.
Yeah,
You can get your groceries and everything else to fix your house.
pretty
It's
much.
like a little mini Walmart right in the middle of Harker's Island.
So before I
Bob's
actually,
Tackle Shop, isn't that the name of it?
no, it's not Bob's. It's
I don't know.
trying to think.
I could have sworn it was.
Yeah.
Something Bob's.
No, I don't think it's Bob.
Well, let me find out.
So just gonna put that in the vise really quick to show. I have it set off. There we go. So split that. There you go. So there's what it'll be looking like kind of once we're done. But you see how the two beads are pinching that fluorocarbon around the hook. There is a thing that owner makes, like the owner of the hook company.
I wonder what owner you were talking about.
It's called I want to say they call it like some soft, it's something soft bead or something like that, but you slide it on the hook. It's made for if you're familiar with the conventional lure, the Sluggo or other kind of soft plastic lures like that. But when they like using them for, what am I doing on like that? Using it for striped bass in the Northeast with like a single circle hook up front, you would put on the Sluggo onto a twist lock, just like kind of this spring on, like that twist on kind of tail connector thing there. Man, I am struggling tonight with words.
Yeah, you're killing me.
Try to bend that up. The only issue with this is grabbing that fluorocarbon. Come on. There we go. But back to that Sluggo kind of thing, they would fish them with a single circle hook up front, and to keep them onto that circle hook, like when you're casting, they don't just fly off. One thing that was designed was something like that, kind of soft bead to hold it in place on like the middle section of the hook. Just not enough dubbing there. All right. But you can use that, slide one on to the hook point, slide it down the bend, and then you'll have one here on the bottom, one on the top, and then your rig will be stuck in the midsection there.
I guess your dad just texted in case I didn't hear. Eduardo just showed up to spray mosquitoes. I don't know if everybody else already is having a problem, but here in Virginia, the mosquitoes will already carry you away. I had, 2 diffusers and then 2 other mosquito things out there the other night when we were out on the porch Monday night. They were everywhere.
So we'll finish that off, and then I just saw Dad's text. come in, scissors, pop that off, and then take my UV resin, Solar's Bone Dry, onto the thread wraps. I'm gonna put one more on there. Oh, I forgot to glue it with like super glue. That's alright. Hopefully it gets destroyed by a snakehead before I even need to use glue. Alright. So there is your rig right there. But here's that part. The hard part's over. And then take your hook, make sure it's in line. Cannot. There you go. It's just off center every time. Alright, close enough.
Hey, this is the first time in a while if you haven't had a game changer on live.
Yeah, it has been a while. Alright, so thread base going there. We'll come in first. Spread the beads. So, like if you notice there, you have your loop. The beads are what is making that loop there. So, kind of put your hook point in that loop
Let me see.
in the middle of the beads. There we go. Go ahead and trap that fluorocarbon. But just gonna make sure that there's enough kind of wiggle room. There we go.
We are at 94 shares. So 6 of you share it somewhere that you've never shared a Norvise Facebook Live before into a different group, and to share it with a friend you've not shared before who you think would like to see this.
There's that. So come in with some super glue or glue again. Stuff. I hate to use it because it's just so messy.
You have 5,000 glues. Then why do you use it?
Because it's kind of like a, I guess, I don't know, kind of works its way into it, and you can take more time with it. So it doesn't just harden immediately.
Well, while you're messing with that, I just want everybody to know, I wasn't personally contacted about this, but I do know there's been some things being said. Just so you know, Norvise has never had asked any group not to post anything non-Norvise or delete anything Norvise related or non-Norvise related. We don't care who you share it, what group you share it to. We just appreciate that you share it. And
The group might, but we
I
don't.
mean, but the person who runs all these groups, if everybody shares, if they don't want the post, they have the capability of deleting it. So don't feel bad where you share it, who you share it with, because you never know who in a group or what friend of yours could use the video. You know, need to see it, like to see it, want to tie this fly. You never know. But no one in Norvise is stopping anybody from sharing it anywhere.
So now that glue's kind of
Oh man,
dried,
I got Easter egg glitter.
the only last part, other than like the eyes of this fly. Man, how long have we been going? What time is it? About an hour. All right.
7:53, but Tim talked for a little while.
Yeah. All right. So is this brush veiling over top of it all?
In case you didn't know, you're watching.
Yeah, it did that for Tim too earlier. It just like spams it. I don't know. Some like
Want you to know.
glitch when you do something, I guess. But this is a brush from Nightmare Musky Flies. It's called his bulkhead brush. As you can see, it's got that thicker core, like doing a bulkhead with natural bucktail. Got that kind of mound forcing the rest up, making it a bulkhead. You can make your own brushes. You can definitely use different brushes, and this brush just is super easy to use, super quick to use, and it comes in a ton of colors.
Brad Buzzy's starting a mess. Look at you.
What, Brad? What do you mean?
We give no hints on where to share.
No good pot burger. So, tying that down. Snip that off, and then
Yeah, if you're so quick, you could tie this little thing real quick.
what is it?
I don't know.
Oh, that's Tyler Shimmer Minnow that I busted
Tyler?
fishing.
Nah.
Well, no, not Tyler's fly. My bad. Brian Shoemaker Shimmer Minnow. Tyler just tied it.
Well, then you can tie Brian's fly.
Well, I don't have the right Palmer chenille. Alright, so. Oh, dang, you know what? I bet it's been a little while since I tied this fly. Yeah. Alright, never mind. We're going to bag it up.
You're just trying to make your live a little longer?
You only need a few wraps with this brush. So, you don't need to start it directly at the back of this hook shank. Just remember that it has been a little bit since I've tied this fly. Oh, sweet. Let me just
Wasn't that Christmas you tied? You all went and swam the
that
one?
was the original one.
Yeah.
This one was like, I don't know, third generation one or something. I can't remember.
Let's see if I can find. Oh, I just had it.
All right, fix that. There we go. Don't mind me.
It looks like you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, this is like every live. Don't worry. Alright, so like I said, you don't need to go all the way to the back of this hook shank or like the top shank there. You can see, like with this one here, I left a good space there because, I mean, this brush only took a few wraps. So keep that in mind. But come in, trim that little bit there.
Not what I want to click on.
And tie that down. Alright, so got that tied down. Half inch, pull my thread over, take a drop of Loctite super glue. Just kind of work it in there.
What was that?
Try not to glue your finger to the hook shank.
Did you say that was a bulkhead baitfish brush?
Nightmare Musky Flies bulkhead brush.
I'm there.
Just the bulkhead brush.
Just that one. Okay. I was just going to post it.
Alright.
Oh, it's a hot new item.
Like last year.
It's okay. It's still a hot item.
So
When it takes 2 or 3 weeks to make you a brush, it means his stuff is hot items for sure.
They definitely do take a little bit to get, but it's worth it.
The wait.
So now I'm just kind of,
Oh man, look at those.
yeah, these flies are good.
Okay, I gotta go back to the Nor-vise page. I gotta get
So-
on this page.
You see how I kind of just took those fibers from the brush, worked them all to one side. That's just going to make it easier to tie this, or not to tie it, but wrap it. So walk it with the brush. I mean, y'all have seen it every time when I'm using a brush. I don't really go fast. Just trying to get tight, firm wraps and place it exactly where I want it to be. Make sure I'm not trapping as many fibers as or try not to trap as many fibers as I can. Like you can see, I'm bending this hook as I'm wrapping it, trying to make sure I've got tight wraps. But it might look a little funky now. We'll brush it all out and then clean it up, add some eyes on, and should be looking pretty good by the time we're done with it. So still, I haven't tied the brush off yet. I'm just going to come in. This is a wire brush and pick out that brush.
Oh my gracious, there you go, Jody. There's your brush info.
What's that? Were people asking for the link or whatever?
Jody goes, "Where's the brush info, Mama Bear?" I like literally clicked and looked up and saw it. Oh, Terry Lander said, "You're doing good. Great job, Brady. Keep up the good work."
Thanks.
He
Mr.
has to go
Ryder.
to bed. I'm burnt out with all the commotion. Oh my God, you and me both, Terry. Somebody else was on the water, so you know who was handling Facebook stuff today.
All right.
Well, we had 101 shares, so I will be picking 2 winners. Thank you very much.
Gonna get about either a half wrap or one more wrap left up in this, but it doesn't take many to fill it up. Each brush will make a couple flies. But try to part the fibers evenly. Try not to grab any that you don't want before you tie it off right here. So got it kind of parted how I want. Come in, tight wraps behind it,
You're very welcome, Terry.
tight wraps in front. Come in really close.
Terry, you suck up. That hasn't popped up on my thing yet. It popped up on yours first. Who said that?
Mash down that wire from the brush so it doesn't cut your thread or anything else.
Did you put Sprite in this or is it water?
That's water. The Sprite. And come back in, brush it all out with this is just a hair comb. Make sure we got everything.
What? No nip comb?
That's over there. I didn't want to pull any flash out of it. Alright, so as you can see, I mean, the fibers are going well into the tail. So we're going to come in for a second here. I'm going to whip finish off. I'm not going to glue it yet because I'm going to come back in, pull that fiber out.
CJ
And-
Morgan said he just bought some clips and tails.
Awesome. Alright, so this brush, like I just showed, I mean it goes well into the tail there. Okay. So what I've done, excuse me, I forgot what the scissors. I have like these taper scissors.
Texturizing.
Same thing.
So my hair lady used to say that they are called. We can ask Cameron. She's downstairs. She's learning.
Cosmetology.
You want to tell everybody what you thought she was doing?
Nah, I'm good.
Come on.
So just trying to trim that up enough. I may have trimmed it a little bit too much, but that's all right.
And cats aren't that picky.
You know, they're killing machines. They're eating everything. Dogs, cats.
Oh, stop it. They are not. We have people out there trying to kill them again.
Walk on land. They can fly now.
Are those
There you
taper
go.
scissors for hair?
Those are from, I want to say Tamco. Oh no, these are Anvil scissors. So they're from the Anvil company. I want to say I got them from Hairline, but I don't think they carry them anymore.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
I just need to see the name. Okay.
Like an Anvil.
Like I even know what that is. Obviously, I'm not gonna find it there.
What's that? All right. And I can trim for an hour.
When you pull up Anvil, it pulls up Forge tools and
It pulls up an Anvil. Pull up Anvil scissors. Like Anvil Scissor Company or something. Or Fly Time.
Oh, look at them fly time scissors. You're smart.
Sometimes.
Guess who sells them?
Yeah.
Fish USA.
They sell everything. Like I looked at Sigler reels the other day and they sell them.
Oh, look, a couple of our Nor-vise dealers sell them. Caddis Fly Shop, Ed's Fly Shop. Actually, I can't promise you they're the taper ones. I just see that they sell that brand. Let me see what they are.
Alright, so there we go. Kind of clean that tail up so
Those
it
are
can
nothing.
kick and swim by itself. What's that?
They don't look the same.
Oh, okay.
They carry.
Probably same company, just different scissors. Then these tab eyes. You can get these from Brad Buzzy. I want to say these are the small ones. Brad Buzzy Buzzfly.
Great bucktail.
Yes. Awesome bucktail.
Oh, JS Fly Fishing. Jay Stackert, another Nor-vise dealer. But they actually have this tapered one, so.
But I want to say
Copy.
these are the small eyes that I have here. Get my vise locked at regular position here and place them where I want them to be. Sweet. Let me just cut my thread there on the wire.
Man, I was just thinking you were doing good too. Way to go. 4 1/4. Ultimate taperizing 4 1/4 inch multi-tooth scissors, or what they're officially called.
Gotcha. Alright. Get that little strand of thread.
You could get a job as a barber. Yep. Someone said nice haircut.
Where did, oh, there it is, right there on the table there. So, get my other eye.
One of our many show purchases from Brad.
Oh, these will last a while.
Brad Buzzy, if you're still on, is your new website up yet? What in the world?
Looks pretty even to me. Which one?
Just sounded like a race car outside.
They've been going around all day while you were gone.
Oh, as Flash Up does seldom. There they are. Once I got the correct name. I spoke to him the other day for the first time. Very nice.
Trim up these excess tabs. And then kind of clean up the head a little bit.
Brad says he's adding stuff as he watches this fine young man.
There we go. Whip finish off, and then
For those of you who have not had a chance to look at the scissors, they are $24.95 online. Whoa, well, mine from Pacific, not there. $30.
more expensive or something.
Mm-hmm.
So now that the eyes are on, we can glue up the final thread wraps right there.
What are you using?
This is Solar Res Bone Dry.
One of the Nor-vise March Madness sponsors.
I use this stuff on basically like every fly.
Yes, I know. For God's sakes, don't look at that.
Oh, I'll go blind right now.
Yeah, you don't even look at it. That's the funny thing. Oh, I see you got your little frogs all ready to roll in your just in case fishing this week, huh?
Oh yeah, you should see my actual frog box. I got it all organized.
As good as the one I sent you today?
Better.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think I'm joking. Yo, check it out.
I'm just thinking something, of course, now.
There we go.
Oh, all right.
Alright, so come in, check this all out. Make sure everything's how you want it to be. If it isn't, well, sorry about your luck, it's already finished.
Thank you, Jimmy. I have 300 stars tonight.
Okay.
I have to research how to find this.
So with this tail clip, just undid it right there, but probably see just twisting it on. If I can Jeez. I know.
What sort of fish are you targeting with this fly?
Snakehead, bowfin, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, stripers if you want to tie it in other colors and all. Um, this brush comes in a ton of colors. You can tie this fly different materials. You can tie a bucktail deceiver with it, with a flash tail at the back, or wave tail, anything that you want. I mean, really anything that's going to eat a bait fish, you can tie this fly from the size and a 2/0 up to a 6/0. And it's just a very interchangeable system that you can do different tails with, different materials with. Rattles, no rattles, the list goes on. But
Do you have the video for it swimming, or does Tyler?
Tyler has the original one. We don't have one with this version.
Oh, well, you'll have plenty of time with spring break this week to get a video.
Things I'll be in town. All right. But what I was talking about with say like your glass rattle, you slap it against a boat dock or on a rock or something, or a fish crunches down on it too hard and it breaks, you can simply pull everything out of the way like this and tie in a new one. I mean, that's one of the awesome things about this system that I really like, being a lot of these rattles are probably going to get broken from snakeheads, just straight crunching down on them or whatever it might be. But
They have destroyed something in a heartbeat.
yeah,
Someone asked
not
me.
ecosystems.
No, not everything we've seen. Still getting it out there. What hook did you use for someone who tuned in
So
a little late?
the hook is,
Just put that anywhere.
that's the hook right there. That is
Okay.
so
It's gonna be backwards.
yeah, it's a hook from Arex. It's Gunnar Brammers and Paul Monaghan. They worked on it together for Arex. Well, I was trying to read the name.
No, you don't know by now. I'm trying to.
It's the GB Predator swim bait hook. That's the 2/0. Comes in a 2/0, a 4/0, and a 6/0. I imagine they'll be making it in a smaller size than the 2/0 at some point, but if not, I hope they do. It's a great hook for tons and tons of species. So you can make weedless flies, flies like this, and just super cool hook that you can do a ton of stuff with. But cool, I'll just throw that on the trash.
That waste basket get you all the time.
But this one here has that plastic rattle on it. This one here's got the glass rattle. Honestly, I don't know. I think I like the glass one better, but this one has more of like a clack. This one is more of like a more high pitch rattle. The glass one, that is. The plastic one's more of like a clacking sound. Plastic might be better in dirtier, more tannic water, or just off-colored water. Whereas if you get a more finicky fish in clear water, that glass rattle might help you. But like you can see, this one here, it's been fished. That's the wave tail. That one was the gold holographic color. New wave tail right here. You can see this one's kind of lost its color, got beat up by some smaller bass and
All right. So
fishing not too long ago. But let me drop the tail. But you can see, you just pop that tail off. Say it's losing color, it's getting tore up. You can just add a new one on and keep fishing, or you can change up colors, sizes, looks, whether it's the wave tail or that twin tail. It's whatever you want to do with it. Do we have any questions, or because I'm pretty much done. What time is it? 8:13.
you can
17.
ask anybody if they have any questions.
Thanks, Miss Nor.
I'm getting ready to post a couple of Nor-vise dealers who sell Gunner's hook.
But any questions for now? I'm only tying one fly for tonight.
What solar res? Hold on, I gotta delete something that I can say. What solar res resin would be good for building heads?
For building heads, you can use. I like using the Solres thick or the flex. The flex comes in the green bottle. Gives you the thick and the flex give you just more time to work with, where the thin is more viscous and will flow around. Hence the name thin. Though if you, I'd probably do that right here.
Patrick says he. Well, no, I just lost it. He says, love the concept. You need to try one of these sometimes.
I bet it'll be awesome for pike.
I bet we'd see it probably next week. Patrick is a tying machine.
So, what I was saying about
It's beer time, but you're not old enough.
what I was saying about the resin was the flex will give you more time to work with. It doesn't flow as much as the thin does. So here's the thin. I mean, say if you have the Nor-vise, you get it going. Kind of keep the pace, and you can keep it in that area that you started in. And then, I mean, cures just like the flex and thin. I mean, the flex and the hard. I mean, oh man, I can't talk. Flex and the thick. But it does. Say if you mess up, it droop down super quick, and you can mess it up really quick. That's just why I like using the flex and thick for building heads over the thin.
Look on your thing there as I'm.
Oh, I see that Braden Miller is watching.
Wow.
It's just glitched or something.
Braden Miller, he's being in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Jay Stockard. 2 seconds. All right, there's 3. I'll have to go back to my thing here.
I think they'll be fine with 3 of them.
It will be good for bass. Great fly, Braden.
Thanks, everyone.
Man, Braden, you got 375 people on you. There's nothing else you want to tie?
Sorry, I'm not normally doing my 2-hour live.
If you use glass beads, do you find they break easier?
They'll definitely break a whole lot easier. I haven't had any issues with these plastic beads, but I haven't used the glass beads as much as these plastic beads. I used up my little amount of glass beads that I had.
Little amount.
Probably might want to use smaller size beads. These are 6mm beads. It kind of can be a little big if you're using like a thinner fluorocarbon or a thinner mono on your loop back here. It can slide around a whole lot easier. But yeah. Yes, this is a rechargeable light. This is that Loon Infinity light. There's your USB charger right there. You can see that. But I can't tell you the last time I charged this thing. It's been a long time. But being I only have it on for a few seconds, it really doesn't die out very quickly. And I've used it for solar resins, Loon resins, and every other resin that I've had, but I haven't had any issues with it yet.
Patrick said, peace, nice job as always. Catch you soon, again soon. Have a good spring break, and smack a big snakehead for me.
Try to. Thanks, Mr. Robinson.
Gary Phillips said, hope you have a great Easter and spring break. You too.
Thank you.
I hope everybody has some plans for tomorrow and has nice weather. Spend some family time. See you soon, Braden. Keep up the good work. And Casey Miller, thanks for all the info. You were welcome, CJ. All right. Well, I hate ending at 337 people still on, but you want to do your, you can find me spiel?
How many shares do we have?
Well, I'll find that out. You just do the.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Miller Time Flies. You can find me on Facebook at Braden Miller. Should I do the website?
Yeah.
My website, millertimeflies.com. If you want to order some flies, I actually can't take any more orders right now. I'm full, and I have to get some orders out the door before I can take any more.
Oh, Jimmy Liverman says he bought his Nor-vise at the South River Fly Shop, which is where we did our last demo day last month. He said he bought it last week, bought the bobbin kit. He got a roll top desk. He's getting closer.
That's awesome. Yeah, you'll love it.
Jimmy, if you have any questions, you can message Braden. You can message Nor-vise. You can go through the website. Instagram with, you can.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
If you're not already on, you should join the Nor-vise Tires group on Facebook. Good night, Gary. All right. Braden has my phone. If you give me 2 seconds, I'll tell you who's time for us next week.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Tim.
Yeah.
Facebook Live. Schedule. Oh. I have no one scheduled for next week.
Oh, was this like the end of the...
No. Braden may be back live next week again. We will see.
Maybe.
So, we will just leave that next week's tire as a surprise until I get that posted. Nope. So, all right. So, again, if anybody has any questions, message Norvise, Braden. Feel free to keep sharing this. And everybody have a great Easter tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'm going downstairs to eat dinner.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for watching. I had a fun time this fly. Hope to see some of y'all tie it, some of y'all give it a shot. It's a lot of fun once you start playing around with it, and I'm sure I'll be trying this kind of rig on different patterns and everything else too. And you might see it on the next live. So
if you do tie it, post it on the Norvise page, your page, tag Braden so he can see it, and we will get a video of it swimming this week.
Yep. Oh, somebody said get Sven. We could try.
Yep. I do have a couple new people I can reach out to too. All right.
Okay,
well,
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, again, thanks everybody for watching. I had a lot of fun. Good night. Have a good